Hello again folks, and welcome back. Today I'd like to show you how I made up some templates in Mixcraft 10. So let's have a look at it. Now, with the type of music that I do, I'm doing mainly just my guitars, bass and drums. So let's start with that. I always like to start with the drums first, so we will insert an instrument track. Now this will normally open up as the default acoustic piano, but you can change it just by clicking on that button there and clicking VSTI Instruments, and we'll have a look and see there is Easy Drummer there. If I click that, it brings up my Easy Drummer 2 kit. And while we're here, you can configure it to open up all the subfolders. In other words, that would be a separate track for the bass drum, the kick drum, the hi-hat, the cymbals, the tom-toms, etc. I suppose that might really appeal to a drummer, but for me I need just a basic drum kit and I don't have any of those. I'll show you it in a moment. But if you wanted to include those, you would just check all. Okay, it would then open up that track with a subfolder with all the other sub-tracks in it. But I choose none because, let me show you how I work my drums. If I right-click it, I have the GUI here, and you'll see that it actually has a mixer section. Now that to me is actually good enough. I can control the individual volumes and panning if I need to. You know, the thing to remember with Easy Drummer, these were recorded in top worldwide studios with top equipment, top session musicians, and you know, the way I look at it, who am I to interfere with that? I'm quite happy with the way that it comes out, and I know that that would be controversial because there's drummers out there who would like to go and tweak a little bit further, and you can do that with that other option just by clicking all. Anyway, the drums we have set up. Next, I like to put in a bass guitar. Now that would be an audio track because I'm using my audio interface, and I can preset that because I know that my guitars are plugged into the right hand channel. Okay, I don't have to arm it now. This is going to be for my bass. We'll name them afterwards. Then I'm going to put in a provision for 4 guitar tracks. Let's just go to audio. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Now I'm going to just rename and just recolor all these tracks. So first of all, Easy Drummer, nice as it is, I just prefer drums because that's what it is. And color, I prefer my drums to be green. Next up would be the bass track, so double clicking there, bass is fine, enter. My bass is going to be blue, and now my guitars are all going to be the same color, so let's color them first. I'm clicking the first one, then I'm going to click shift because they are all grouped together, and then click the last one and they all become selected. Now if I go to color, I make my guitar tracks all red. Let's just name them quickly. Double clicking there, I will call this acoustic L for left. That one will be, you got it, acoustic right. These two are just going to be guitar 1 and 2. GTR 1, GTR 2. Now, as you know, my guitars are all in the right hand channel, so we'll put that there. Right hand channel, right hand channel, right hand channel, and don't know if you noticed there, by default, all my audio tracks are set to takes, and that was set up in my preferences. Now let's just save this template. If I go to File and Save, we'll give it a name. I'm going to call this Basic Template, and this is where you just have to differentiate here and call that a Mixcraft template. And it's filing in my Mixcraft projects. In fact, I have got a blank folder here. Do you see that one is called templates? So I'm going to put it in there, basic template, save. Right, I can now click out of there. I don't necessarily need to save that now. I go to my Mixcraft folder and to the templates, and there it is there, basic template. Click on that. And there is our template all set up and ready to go. It's a great time saver in that, you know, you can just plug your guitar in and go. It's already set to the correct channel and it's colored correctly. Now, what I also do is I sometimes use extra instruments like a piano or brass or strings. So we're going to just modify this one now. So I will add, these will be virtual instrument tracks. So it's going to be instrument. I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, let's just name them. Although it says Easy Drummer, don't worry, we will change this all now. This one will be piano. This one will be strings. And this one will be brass. Right, let's just color them. Brass, we'll need something close to brass, which will be about that color. Strings, I don't know, let's just pick that one. And piano, we will pick that one. Now let's just set about changing the instruments. Again, just click on the instrument, virtual instruments. You could put any, of course you have pianissimo, which comes with Mixcraft, but I use my easy keys. That one there, because it's got lots of MIDI and it's highly customizable. Right. Strings, I generally like to start with Dreamy Hall strings from Acoustica. So if I just type in Dream, there they are down there, Dreamy Hall strings. Of course, once we are in there, I can add additional tracks and make this a subfolder, and I can put in violins or any other stringed instrument into there as well. But we're just keeping it basic because it's just a template. And brass, I like the Acoustica trumpet to start with, the Majesty trumpet. That's the one that I use. Right, so that is, again, a starting point. You can add more subfolders for different instruments like flutes or saxophones or trombones. But the idea is we have a basic template in place with the instruments already attached. We can just get going with it. So now we want to file this one. Now I'm going to save as, because remember this is the basic template. So I'm going to save it as, and we will call this full template. Again, just save it as a template, not as a project. And we will save it in templates again and save. Okay, let's close out of there. I'm not going to save that because it's the original template, so I don't want to change that. So I'm going to just say no to that. And here we are in the Mixcraft folder called Templates, and we have a basic template and a full template. Now, where this is very useful is when I first open up Mixcraft 10, we can now select from templates. If we click that drop down, we have either full template or basic template, whichever you want to choose. Let's go the full template, select it, and there it is, ready to run. Well, I hope you found that useful. I certainly do. And I hope you can join me again in the next video. Thank you and take care.